everybody, and welcome to Read Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. Check us out, the SpiderManCrawlspace.com. Well, I'm here, of course, to review, of course, Amazing Spider number 8, of course, 972 in the Legacy number by Joe Kelly and John Romita Jr. as we go into the big battle with Hellgate, the new Spider-Man villain. So, how was this issue after waiting a couple weeks to get into this big fight? Well, on the pros, I have to say though the artwork is very well. John Romita Jr. really hits a lot of pieces on here. The battles are actually really good. He has really good with the action and intensity, and a lot of the scenes work very well between the fights between Spider-Man and Hellgate, including as he's trying to save civilians as well as how it does the segue. I actually do like it, especially just coming off seeing some of the civilian battle scenes over in the new Superman movie. I do kind of feel like that's very similar. I also like the flashbacks with Peter Uncle Ben, not the middle school stuff we got for majority of the first couple issues, but actually seeing some of the early time. We know Ben did boxing when he was in the military. He knows he did it, and of course, May was always upset, didn't want Peter to become into a fighter or a bully. So I really do like the fact he's going into this with the flashbacks and also knowing when to fight and run. It's a really nice pieces, and I really do like how it even segues into the main fight with Hellgate and how Peter goes into it. It works very well. But unfortunately, that's where the pros stop. The problem is this is just one big fight issue. That's all it is, and it's not. And isn't a great engaging fight issue. This isn't like Hulk number 25, the battle between the Hulk and the Abomination, which had a great thing, which John Romita Jr. also did the artwork for over 20 years ago. It doesn't really have thing. Where's Black Cat? Where is the other story pieces on this? It doesn't really work on, and we get more in Hellgate when we actually see his face. It feels like a very lazy design. We talked about it looking like Ares out of DC Comics, but the fact is, it's kind of almost a poor pieces on Morloon. He's very hard. His area here is his power, and the fact is, after Spider-Man fights him so much, basically he's like, "Oh, I've been holding back. It's not really to." Also, when we get to Captain Kintsugi, who who we saw in the Shadows last issue, Peter's like, "Oh, and who are you? Actually, you should get out of the way. We're fine." Her design is also very lazy. It looks like a cracked version of Captain America battle armor from the 90s. We don't really think, I mean, Kitsugi, which actually means protector. Okay. Don't really get on here. And she really doesn't do much of anything about basically taunting Hellgate, saying, "Hey, you know what? No matter what you do, it's not going to work." And then let's get to the biggest thing, which of course is Mary Jane, Paul, and Dylan showing up in this issue. Worst of all, for the sixth time about how much Paul's cooking sucks. The joke has been ran into the ground between two volumes of Spider-Man, has been ran into the ground in the current Venom series, and also the fact is we've had Child Protective Services calling on Paul right now the way he was treating Dylan. It's really ridiculous, and also the pieces on too. Also, is also where the artwork kind of just does a jump over here off from John Romita Jr. I mean, this isn't even his artwork and pieces with threat and menaces. In a way, it's trying to put in the fact that Mary Jane is concerned about Peter, and we've seen some issues of that over in the all new Venom. But if you're not reading that, this seems the thing. But basically, it's like, why do we need to see these people? We don't like to. Well, I love Dylan. Get rid of Paul. We all know that too. And everything else. I mean, there feels like there's some really pieces on here, but when this is all said and done, basically Peter does this huge little battle with Hellgate. While the artwork works and it feels like he is getting his butt kicked and everything else, we don't really get much. Outside, find out Hellgate's real name is Nicodemu, which is based off an Orthodox bishop who protected souls who sought refuge into the church. We don't really know any more about him. We don't really care about who Hellgate is. Captain Kinsu showing up, talking about the silk steel, which of course means a very strong silk that's made out, which is basically is what we're thinking is the point of his battle axes. We don't know what the motivation is. Hellgate seems to have been thrown at Spider-Man, told these lies, and even though he's getting told like, "Hey, it was lied to you," he's not going to do anything. You're not getting any glory here. He's like, "Well, screw you. I'm going to just show you how strong I am." And like I said, his design is very lazy. When the helmet's knocked off, like he's basically a walking melted rock. It looks so thin. It should be in Thor. It should be in a Hercules series, but it really just feels so out of place and everything else too. The flashbacks are wonderful. Yes, there is a great little synergy between the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight, but where's Black Cat? Oh no. We have to see Paul sucks at cooking again. Wow, hooray. Dylan's yelling, way, yeah, we don't care. We don't care. But with that all said, I will give the issue a C plus based on the fact of the story structure, the flashbacks, and the artwork. But really, this issue is just very boring. It really is. And we got characters that are all missing. We've already seen previews for issue 9 coming up here, aka 973. Yeah, I'm not even going into this, everything else too. So I'll be very kind to it and give it a C plus because of those peaches and the fact it's still playing with the Spider-Man universe. But it's really not that great of an issue. So that's all I have to say on that. So with that, guys, if you do like this video, despite the fact I did not give a good grade here, please think of liking and subscribing to the channel to get the most when the episodes up here coming on here. Of course, I'll be back in another week here to review Ultimate Spider-Man coming up here in a second. And for more information, news, and our podcast, come out and check out us at spidermancrawlspace.com, and definitely check us on our various social medias from Twitch to, of course, Discord. And for more, guys, I will see everybody later on the crawl space.